Top Chef is back, season 17, and it is All Stars LA. So, all returning chefs for the whole competition. We have some runner ups, no winners. A few chefs who have gone on to be nominated for James Beard Awards. One chef who had even won a James Beard Award. So, this is probably one of the most talented lineups of chefs that Top Chef has ever seen. So this episode was a lot to unpack, where there was 15 chefs and things were frantic from the start to the finish. We immediately launched into a quickfire challenge, and this one was split up into a skills portion and then a cooking portion. And the structure was there was 3 skills challenges, and the first 5 to finish each challenge ended up on a team together. So when the first challenge was done, the first team got to head to the kitchen, and then the next skills challenge started. So being the first on the first team gives you a significant time advantage. So our first up, they were dealing with artichokes. I still spent the whole time trying to figure out. I actually don't know what they're doing with the artichokes. They're going crazy. Everybody kept screwing up. They were calling judges over before they were done. Even the chefs didn't quite know what to do, so I didn't really feel that bad about it. We got our first 5 contestants. I honestly, everything was flying around so fast at the start. I missed all the names of who was on each team. But our second challenge was oranges, where they basically had to cut the meat out of the orange and leave the parts you don't want to eat. That's the technical term, I'm pretty sure. Parts you don't want to eat of the orange behind. So our next 5 go, and then our third challenge is almonds. And this one was very interesting because they announced that the chefs were going to have to crack these almonds, and they're all looking at each other like, I do not have anything with me to crack an almond. So everybody's trying these different techniques. This one lady's got this wine bottle opener out and she's trying to use it as a cracker. Total disaster. In the end, most of the chefs end up using knives to either crush or chop off the end or to kind of crack the shell of the chefs. But I don't remember who was the last lady, but she lagged behind for quite a while. I think her name was Jen. And anyways, once they're done, everybody's now in the kitchen. The first team ended up with about a 12-minute head start. The second team had about a 5-6 minute head start. And the idea was to now prepare 3 dishes based off the 3 skill items from earlier. So artichoke, orange, and almonds. Looked like some great dishes here. The one thing that was kind of disappointing is the green team, who was the team with the almonds, they ran out of fryer space. So they were planning on doing this quick tempura that they just couldn't get into the fryer. So it ends up not getting going in the fryer long enough, and ends up being one of the reasons that they're not declared the winners. You know, this is the quick fire challenge, so nothing's really at stake here. So the first team that finished, the artichoke team, they end up winning. The prize ends up just being you get to be captains to pick your teams for the next elimination challenge. So we're on to the elimination challenge. We have 5 teams of 3. It is a fire only challenge, which is kind of crazy for the first elimination challenge of the season. Like most seasons we see, like 8, 9 eliminations in. That's the point that we're getting to a challenge of this nature, because these are always quite interesting, especially when somebody decides to do something like bake bread or bake a cake. But this was kind of a little more on the simple side. It was a seafood barbecue, so a little bit more manageable, but still surprising to see so early in the season. But with the level of chef that we have this year, you might as well step the challenges up too. So I'm a little out of order here, but I'm just going to go through the teams as I have them written down here in my notes. First up, we had Brian V, Eric, and Lisa. Their critique was really that they were technically great. They missed a little bit on some of the flavor stuff. They did say single out Eric as having the best flavors, so very technical sound, but when it actually came to eating the food, wasn't as spectacular as a few of the other teams. Still overall quite good, but not the top. Next up, we have Angelo, Karen, and Melissa. They were really stoked about Melissa's dish. Very, very well balanced flavor, cooked to perfection. And then on the other hand, Angelo tried this oyster where he kind of added in this, I think it was a oatmeal pudding underneath the oyster. It looked like a great idea. When I saw the dish come out, I thought, wow, that's really creative. That's a good way to present and use an oyster in your dish. But the judges did not like it when it actually came time to eating it. And one of the judges even compared it to eating baby food, which not really a compliment when it comes to cooking. Even if I cooked something, and I'm a terrible chef, like I'm a microwave level chef, if I cooked something and somebody said this tastes like baby food, I'd be embarrassed. Our next team was Jennifer, Kevin, and Nene. The Jen was really the top out of this group, and the clear bottom was Kevin. He really just went for too many different things, had way too much stuff on the plate, too many flavors kind of going in all at once. But Jennifer and Nene's dishes were quite good, so that probably saved Kevin from being our first eliminated. Our next team, this is our winners for the day: Gregory, Jamie, and Stephanie. This seemed like it was 100% right up Gregory's alley. It was seafood challenge. He likes to cook spicy. Immediately went for the spice. You could see his dish. I think it was just like a prawn in like a kind of Creole type sauce. The judges loved it, and also Jamie and Stephanie did really well on theirs. Perfectly cooked. I don't remember. I think it was Stephanie. They were not totally thrilled with her flavor, but yeah, that is our winning team. And the bottom team is Joe Sasto, Brian Malarkey, and Leanne. Joe is someone that I really remember from past seasons, and he was a contestant that really frustrated me because I really felt he made it way farther in the competition than he deserved. And the judges just seemed to like him because he tried crazy stuff. But that did not fly today because he was our first chef sent to Last Chef Kitchen after preparing a soggy, flavorless flatbread that definitely landed him in the bottom. Leanne wasn't much behind Joe today. She missed on both the Quickfire challenge and in the Elimination challenge, but the judges did like hers better, so she's probably on thin ice, but she stayed. And then Brian was really, I think, a step ahead of both Joe and Leanne. So that is it for episode 1 of Top Chef Season 17, All Stars LA. It was a lot of names flying around, a lot of people, and hopefully I'll get a little better grasp on everybody as we kind of thin the herd out a little bit and can condense these episodes a little bit more. All right, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.